and welcome to Pitch and Paddock, where today we'll be covering Week 5 of the MLS for Nashville SC and St. Louis City SC, as well as Formula One Race Week 2. In Nashville, CF Montreal paid a visit. This is a team that has really struggled against the boys in gold, and this week was really no different, with Nashville winning 3-0. It was a relatively slow start for Nashville. They really struggled to generate a lot of scoring opportunities, these good quality chances in the first half. And it was weird first half as well. Like the lights kept going off at Geodis for like a second at a time. I think Ben Wright from 615 Soccer actually was able to time when the lights were going to go off, and he seemed to have the system and knew exactly what was coming. But it was odd nevertheless. I'd never seen anything like it. There were also a couple of instances where it could have really led to a rather uncomfortable situation. The first one on a Nashville attack where I think it was Hani had just passed the ball into the box, and it went dark. And then again on the other end when Montreal had the ball, there were some build-up play where they were pushing it into the box, and then the light went out. Fortunately for everyone, neither chance led to a goal. I think that could have led to a really nightmare situation for the officials to try and figure out what would happen there. Again, just a really weird situation. In the second half, though, Nashville did finally get it going. They scored all three of their goals in a matter of 11 minutes, I believe it was. Alex Muyl, Josh Bauer, and Johnny Perez all really all scored. And I really love that Johnny Perez goal, especially. He found just a little bit of space, and he just found out he was going to play in that game, right, for Ahmed Kassem, who went down. And, I think really for this year, he's looked a little bit behind the pace of the play, at least from what I've seen. But that goal was just a beauty. He made just like about a half a yard of space, pushed it to his right, and shot it across to the far corner. Honestly, it was just a good soccer play. Done at, I think, the perfect pace for that situation. And I think that should really excite Nashville fans to see the potential upside he has. Joe Willis with another clean sheet. He did have a pretty scary moment, though. Almost knocked it into his own net, trying to play out of the back. If it wasn't for Jack Mayer sliding in and clearing it off the line, it would have been a pretty funny situation. And I honestly expect Nashville's going to give up a goal or two with some sloppy play back there this year, and that's okay. I think it'll be a net gain for the club overall, because they seem to do a lot better creating chances with this style of play. I mean, last year they would have just passed it back to Joe, and he would have just launched it downfield, hoping that the Nashville player would win it in a 50-50 ball in the air. So, I think that's going to come with the new style of play. You're going to see some plays like that. But after 5 weeks, Nashville has its best start ever in terms of points, goals scored, and goal differential. I think BJ Callahan's style is really coming into its own with this club. The players are really starting to buy in, and it's probably the best looking soccer that I think we've ever seen out of NSC. Next week, they host Cincinnati. This is going to be a really exciting game in Geodis Park. It's a bit of a rivalry from the old USL days, despite what the Cincinnati fans say. On to Philadelphia, where the Union played St. Louis City SC, and they came away with a 1-0 victory. The Union were without 6 of their regular starters due to like international break or suspension. Even though this was like a road game for St. Louis, it still seems like a wasted opportunity to not get a result against their old coach Bradley Carnell and this depleted side. But huge credit to Philadelphia, showcasing their depth and getting on the board early. That allowed them to dictate the rest of the game. St. Louis just really struggles to generate much offense in general. And for a team that is happy to concede possession and just look for quality, countering chances, getting behind just really put them in an uncomfortable situation, and they never were really able to get out of it. They never really looked like they were going to get out of it. They had some half chances in the second half. And then they lost to Leuven, went down to 10 men. So is what it is. With that win, Philly goes on the top of the East, albeit Miami's got a game in hand. On to the Chinese Grand Prix. First off, let's say what an exciting sprint race. Lewis Hamilton finally getting his first win. I said finally. He's getting his first win with Ferrari. He led that 19 laps from start to finish. Did a really good job managing the tires. I think overall people were struggling, but he seemed to have a little bit of oomph at the end there. So really nice job for him. To the Grand Prix itself, Piastri led the entire race from pole to finish, and McLaren got the 1-2. They really look like the team to beat out of the gate. They're going to be tough to match. George Russell came in third. Max came in fourth. Interesting split strategy for Ferrari with Lewis going for a two-stopper. I think it probably came a little bit too late for him to really cut into the lead for the, or into the lead of the cars up front. And then everybody else went with the one stop race. Everyone else that mattered, and Leclerc, interestingly enough, had a quicker car. It seemed like, even though he had some front wing damage. So in the end, it didn't really matter because both Ferraris ended up getting disqualified from the race anyway. So that's just the way it is. And now we have to wait another couple weeks until Bahrain. Although it will be great to see a race live that's at a decent hour, not happening in the middle of the night. It's gonna be night in Bahrain, but I think 10 o'clock Central for me. Well, that's it for Pitch and Paddock. Until next week, everyone be safe and be kind. We'll see you soon.